Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text 66. Sarva dharman parityaj mamekam saranam vraja aham tvam sarva papibhyo mokshishyami ma suchaha. Sarva dharman, all varieties of religion, parityaja, abandoning, mam, unto me, ekam, only, saranam, for surrender, vraja, go, aham, I, tvam, you, sarva, all, papibhya, from sinful reactions, mokshishyami, will deliver, ma, do not, suchaha, worry. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Please repeat. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Purport. The Lord has described various kinds of knowledge and processes of religion, knowledge of the Supreme Brahman, knowledge of Super Soul, knowledge of different types of orders and status of social life, knowledge of renounced order of life, knowledge of non-attachment, sense and mind control, meditation, etc. He has described in so many different types of religion. Now, in summarizing Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that Arjuna should give up all processes that have been explained to him. He should simply surrender to Krishna. That surrender will save him from all kinds of sinful reactions. For the Lord personally promises to protect him. In the 7th chapter, it is said that only one who has become free from all sinful reactions can take to the worship of Lord Krishna. Thus, one may think that unless he is free from all sinful reactions, he cannot take to the surrendering process. To such doubt, it is here said that even if one is not free from all sinful reactions, simply by the process of surrendering to Sri Krishna, he is automatically freed. There is no need of strenuous effort to free oneself from sinful reactions. One should unhesitatingly accept Krishna as the supreme savior of all living entities. With faith and love, one should surrender unto him. The process of surrender to Krishna is described in Hari Bhakti Vilasa, Anukulyasya Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya Varjanam, Rakshashati Vishwaso, Goptritve Varanam Tata, Atmanipeksha Karpanye, Sadvida Saranagatihi. According to devotional process, one should simply accept such religious principles that will lead ultimately to the devotional service of the Lord. One may perform a particular occupational duty according to his position in social order, but if executing his duty one does not come to the point of Krishna consciousness, all his activities are in vain. Anything that does not lead to the perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. One should be confident that in all circumstances, Krishna will protect him from all difficulties. There is no need of thinking how one should keep the body and soul together. Krishna will see to that. One should always think himself helpless and should consider Krishna the only basis of his progress in life. As soon as one seriously engages himself in devotional service of the Lord in full Krishna consciousness, at once he becomes freed from all contaminations of material nature. There are different processes of religion and purificatory processes by cultivation of knowledge, meditation in the mystic yoga system, etc. But one who surrenders unto Krishna does not have to execute so many methods. That simply surrender unto Krishna will save him from unnecessarily wasting time. One can thus make all progress at once and be freed from all sinful reactions. One should be attracted by the beautiful vision of Krishna. His name is Krishna because he is all attractive. One who becomes attracted by the beautiful and all-powerful, omnipotent vision of Krishna is fortunate. There are different kinds of transcendentalists. Some of them are attached to impersonal Brahman vision. Some of them are attracted to the super soul feature. But one who is attracted to the personal feature of the Supreme Personality Godhead, and above all, one who is attracted by the Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna himself, is the most perfect transcendentalist. In other words, devotional service to Krishna is in full consciousness is the most confidential part of knowledge. And this is the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita. Karma yogis, empiric philosophers, mystics, and devotees are all transcendentalists. But But one who is a pure devotee is the best of all. The particular words used here, ma suchaha, don't fear, don't hesitate, don't worry, are very significant. One may be perplexed as how to give up all kinds of religious forms of and simply surrender to Krishna, but such worry is useless. So, this is considered one of the most important verse of the Gita. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So many people, they say when we read the Gita, Krishna is explaining Karma Yoga, then Jnana Yoga, then Ashtanga, Hatha Yoga, and finally he's talking about Bhakti Yoga. So surrendering is in the process of Bhakti Yoga. The 6th process of surrender we saw earlier. So people think that if I follow Karma, Krishna is giving 4 different paths. Any path we can take, you'll go to the same destination. But that's a wrong understanding. Krishna is finally giving here. If he says Karma Yoga is okay, of course we are all still doing Karma Yoga in a way. If he says Jnana Yoga is fine, or Hatha Yoga is fine, why he's saying abandon it and just surrender unto me, engage in bhakti, engage in devotional service. So after talking everything, entire Gita, 700 verses, Krishna comes to the point, you surrender unto me. So now why does he have to tell us to surrender? That means we are not surrendered. If now you are a criminal, you did a crime, like a fugitive, you're running away from the police. The police will put a message that you can surrender, we will give you lesser punishment. If you want to run away somehow, you'll get more. This verse is there because we are all criminals. We have left the association of Krishna and taken shelter of this material nature, Maya, and covered by avidya, ignorance, and we are trying to enjoy the senses day and night. And we are not happy, we are suffering only. Who's enjoying, tell me? Even the billionaire, they are not enjoying. You think about it, every Saturday we go to Perumal temple, no? To sell coupons, sell books. Somehow some realization comes there whenever I go there. So last week even yesterday I had a realization which I will share, but last week I had a realization that, okay, let's say I become a billionaire. I become the most richest person in the world. What is the highest thing I can do that other people cannot do? Right? Okay, like we're all eating same food, you're eating in a palace. So recently there has been many news. If you follow the news, I don't follow the news, but some news just comes up, There is this guy called PDD, a black guy. He's a rapper, very big music industry guy. He's been caught for sex trafficking, multimillionaire. Before him, there was a guy called Jeffrey Epstein. He committed suicide in the jail. Why did he kill himself? He was having sex with children. So if you see these billionaires, I'm not saying all billionaires are like that. After experiencing all the pleasure out there, they don't know what to do. Okay, let's have sex with children. Can you imagine how sick is that? Can you imagine? He has an island, no? He has an island. They traffic all these young girls there, and they rape the girls, and they use the girls, then they supply to other billionaires, politicians, clients. Same now, this new guy got caught, PDD. He's been doing that for the last 30 years. So I'm sure you all know someone. There's a singer, who was quite famous before called Justin Bieber. Somehow you would have heard. That boy also is a victim of this guy when he was young. So you think that you are sending your child, oh, my child is going to be a celebrity, I'm going to put him to acting school, singing, dancing. He goes to the place there, they get raped, This is the cancer that is going on in these societies of Hollywood, Bollywood. The producer, they'll rape you. They'll use you. You thinking you're going there and you're so famous. You see all the people in the TV, they look so happy. You think they're happy, but you don't know what is going on in their life, the problems they're facing, the abuse they're facing, what they experienced in childhood. So I was having this realization. So even if I become a billionaire, what is the highest pleasure I'm going to get? Having sex with children. What is that? That is so terrible, no? I have so much power that I can even do all these kind of things. What is the point of that? Is it any use having any enjoyment in this material world? What happiness is that? And you're going to suffer by doing this. You're going to suffer so much for exploiting the children. So I was thinking this way, that what is the point staying in this material world then? We are trying our best to enjoy our senses, and the higher senses can be enjoyed by one who is richest, because money allows us to purchase. Money has the power to purchase more sense gratification. And look at what they're doing: raping children. That's crazy, right? So is this what we want to do? Because you see, the lust is like that. When you put fire, fire is there, you put ghee, fire is getting bigger and bigger only. You cannot control lust. The more lust you have, the more you do, the more lusty you become. You see? So it's a very degraded materials world we are living in. So that's why Krishna is saying, you are a criminal. You did so much nonsense. Never mind, I forgive you. You just surrender. I'll forgive you. Come back. So this is the most important essence of the Bhagavad Gita. This is the most important aspects of, if you see this verse. So today I said we want to talk about Ramayan, right? Adi, yeah. So it says here, Veda Ramayane Chaiva Purane Bharate Tata Adavante Cha Madhye Cha Harir Sarvatra Giyate. In the Vedic literature, including the Ramayana, the Puranas, Mahabharata, in the very beginning, the Adi, Adav, to the end, Antecha, as well within the middle, Madhya, only Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is explained. So if you read all the scriptures properly, the correct translation of the Vaishnava Acharyas, not the impersonalist Mayavad. If you see any scriptures, Ramayan, Mahabharata, Puranas, Vedas, the whole goal of the entire substance is Hari, Hari, Hari. And what is the okay, you know about Hari, then what? What is Hari's message? Hari's message is surrender unto me. You see? So this is the goal of the Vedas. Like there's a sloka saying that Veda Vede Pare Pumsi Jate Dasaradatmaje Veda Prache Dasadasti Shakshat Ramaya Namana. And the Supreme Lord Narayana, Krishna, he wanted to come to this world, to protect the Devatas, because the Devatas were harassed by Ravana, right? So they all surrendered unto him. So Devas, they are very pious, they are devotees. So they know they have to surrender unto Narayana. When they surrender unto the Lord says, okay, I will come as Rama to protect you. And then what the Vedas say? Veda Vede Pare Pumsi. The Vedas say, okay, since my Lord, you are going as Rama, then we will come as Ramayana. We will come to follow you and take note of all your actions, activities, pastimes, and let that be delivered. Valmiki Giri Sambhutam Rama Sagara Gamini Punati Bhuvanam Punyam Ramayana Mahanadi. So Valmiki Giri Sambhutam, Valmiki Rishi, he is like the mountain. So when it rains, right, the raindrop first falls into the mountain. Mountain catches the highest point, no? All the pure water is in the mountain. And then it comes down, the ice glaciers, it comes down to the river. Rama Sagara Gamini. So what is this river? River of Ramayana comes. The river of Rama comes. Punati Bhuvanam Punyam. When he is coming down, it is purifying everyone. Punati Bhuvanam. Everybody in this world is getting purified by the river of Ramayana. Rama Sagara Gamini. Punati Bhuvanam Punyam. Ramayana Mahanadi. And where does this Rama Sagar go? It goes into the Ramayana, the ocean of Ramayana. Similarly, this is how we should take shelter of the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Srimad Bhagavatam, especially the Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Srimad Bhagavatam is the realization of Vyasadeva. It's the Samadhi of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva, after writing all the Puranas and the Vedas and everything, still was not happy. Because then Narada Muni said, because you have not glorified the Supreme Lord Krishna exclusively, so then he meditated. And in that meditation, you see this verse. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayochita Janayati Ashuvai. No, sorry. Is it this the one? No, not this one. Sorry. I think it's, if I'm not wrong, this one. Bhakti Yogena Manasi Samyak Pranite Male Apasyat Purusham Purnam Mayam Chadadapashrayam. So what he saw is in that samadhi, when he was deeply meditating, he was feeling very sad. Why I don't feel happy writing the Vedas also? Why? Narada Muni says, because you have not glorified the Supreme Lord Krishna. Then he started meditating, and what he saw, thus he fixed his mind perfectly, engaging it by linking it in devotional service, Bhakti Yoga, without any tinge of materialism. He saw the absolute personality of Godhead along with his external energy, Maya, which was under his full control. So he saw Vasudeva Bhagavati, he saw the Supreme Lord Krishna. So in the deep samadhi, his vision was of Krishna, the highest absolute truth. And thus, that is how he composed the Srimad Bhagavatam. Similarly, Ramayana, how was it composed? Valmiki Rishi came. He was in his ashram, and suddenly Narada Muni came. Again, Narada Muni is the spiritual master of so many arts, great devotees. Narada Muni came, and then Valmiki says, can you tell me who has, there's 16 qualities. Konasmin Samparo Lokamya Gunavan, Tasya Viryavan, Dharmagnyasya, Kritaknyasya. He lists about 16 qualities. He says, who in this earth has these 16 qualities? Tell me, my dear spiritual master. And Narada Muni says, that is none other than Ram. Because, see, when you understand, when Puranas are written, Puranas is written after, like Bhagavad Purana was written after Krishna's departure. But Itihas, when it's written, it is when the person is there still. So when Ramayana, Mahabharata were written, Krishna was still there. Rama was still there. So when Valmiki starts to compose Ramayana, already the war is finished, Sita is back, So this time when he talks to Valmiki, talking to Narada Muni explains that the person is Rama with all that 16 qualities. And then he explains the Ramayana in 32 verses. Summary. Call it the Samshekpa Ramayana. Like a summary of Ramayana. And then he tells him, you take whatever I tell you, one day you will write the whole Ramayana. So what happened? This Valmiki Rishi, he said, okay, he understood. And then he went to the river, Tamasa river, to take his bath. And when he took his bath, with his disciple is Bharatwaj Rishi. Both of them went to Tamasa river. Actually, they go to Ganga and bathe. But because talking to Narada Muni quite some time in that day, they decided, okay, today no time, let's go to Tamasa river. While they were bathing, he saw a crouncher, 2 crouncher birds. You know what is a crouncher, right? It's in India. I don't see in Singapore, of course. So these 2 birds were mating. They were making love. And then suddenly one hunter came and shot the arrow and killed one of the birds. After killing the bird, he felt so depressed. Valmiki Rishi got so angry. How come this bird is killed by the hunter? He got so angry, he cursed that bird, the hunter. He said, Manishada pratishtam tvam agamasasvate samaha yak krauncha mitunadekam avadvi kama mohitam. What is the meaning of that? I'll show you the verse then. Hold on. So the verse is here. So this is the first sloka of the Ramayana. Manishada pratishtam tvam agama sasvate samaha yak krauncha mitunadekam avadihi kama mohitam. Can you see? So Manishada means, Ma means never. Nishada means, oh hunter. Pratishtam means oh hunter, you will never attain a fixed position. See? You may never attain a fixed position of enjoyment. Pratishtam tvam agama sasvate samaha. Samaha means many, many years. You see? Sama means very years. Sasvate means unlimited years. For unlimited years, you will not have any happiness and peace. Why? The first line states what is the curse. The next line will state why he cursed. Why he cursed? Yat krauncha mitunadekam avadihi kama mohitam. Because yat krauncha mituna, these 2 birds are having mating and you kill one of them, ekam. Avadihi means killed. Kama mohitam, because they are engaging in love, you kill one of them. Therefore, I curse you that you will not have any happiness. You will not enjoy any love. See, you may never attain a fixed position of enjoyment for unlimited years, for you have killed the crown bird couple that was absorbed in the sport of mating. So when he spoke this verse, he was surprised. How come I composed this verse? Because this verse is in perfect grammar. Anushtup Chanda. This is the Chanda of Anushtup. Prior to this, Vedic verses are all chanted not like this. This is like very poetic. The Vedas is never chanted in a poetic way. You know, a lot of voice intonation and stuff like that. So this was the first poem written. Adi Kavya, Ramayan, the first poem. Valmiki Rishi is the first poet. I mean, I'm talking about in this earth, in this yugas. So he was surprised. How come I curse this? Okay, yes, I curse the person. But how come is it coming like a sloka? I have never spoken like this. I usually spoke when I speak verses, it's just normal, coming like. He was very perplexed. He was thinking about this. And also he was not happy that how the hunter did this. And then Brahma came. Suddenly he went to ashram. Brahma came and Brahma said, you have spoken. Why are you feeling so upset? He said, I'm feeling upset because of this hunter. And I cursed him. He said, he was meditating on the verse. I said this verse. Actually, this is not accident, but it's a first verse of Ramayan. So Valmiki Rishi said, what do you mean first verse of Ramayan? So the Acharyas have explained what is the meaning. So you know what is the meaning? Ma Nishada. Ma is also meaning Lakshmi Devi. Ma Nishada. Nishada means also residence. So Ma Nishada means, oh, residence of the goddess of fortune. Who is the residence of the goddess of fortune? Huh? Where does the goddess of fortune reside? Huh? No, yeah, she's in Vaikunta, but where she stays? On the chest of Vishnu. No? Goddess of fortune never leaves the heart of Vishnu. So here Manishada is also Rama because Sita Devi, right? Always with him. Pratishtam tvam agama sasvate samaha. What does that mean? It means, the first verse means, you see here, he says here, may you never attain a fixed position of enjoyment. But here, when you change the meaning, it means, oh God, residence of the goddess of fortune, oh Rama, may you always be glorious, eternally, for all time. Always be glorious. Okay? And then, Yak krauncha mituna adekam avadihi kama mohitam. Why you are glorious? Because you killed Ekam, that couple, Ravana and Mandodari. You killed one of them. Avadihi kama mohitam. Because he was engaged in lusty activities of trying to kidnap Sita Devi, you killed him. And because you killed him, you are glorious. You protected everyone by killing him. So you see the deeper meaning of the verse? So this is how the Ramayan started. And when the Brahma blessed him, Brahma told Valmiki, I bless you that you will see the entire life events of Rama. Everything you will see within your hands. Like if you take your hands and you take an amla fruit, you see in your hand amla fruit so easily, Like that you will see everything. I bless you with the power to write the Ramayan. So we cannot anyhow simply sit down and compose. You must be blessed by the Guru. Firstly, he was blessed by who? Narada Muni. Then he's blessed by Lord Brahma himself. Because Brahma also composed Ramayan in 1 billion verses. In the Brahma Loka. We are only having 24,000 verses. But Ramayan is there, so many activities is there. 1 billion verses. So this Ma Nishada Pratishtam Tvam Agama Sasvate Samaha Yakrauncha Mituna Dekam Avadihi Kama Mohitam. This verse, it connects to the entire Ramayan. Ramayan has 7 kandas, right? Balakanda, right? So Balakanda, how does it connect to the Balakanda? Ma Nishada. In Balakanda, Rama gets married to Sita. So that is referring to O Sita. Then Pratishtam Tvam Agama Sasvate Samaha. May you always be glorious. So when Rama was going to the forest in Aranya Kanda, he was exiled, no? He never lost his glory in the forest. Even in the forest, he was so glorious. He was, all the residents of Dandakaranya forest surrendered unto him. Please protect us. Anywhere in the forest he was going, he was glorious, no matter where he was. So that is Aranya Kanda. Then after that, we go to the, what is the next one? You will see, actually it's mentioned in the purport. So this is actually from Sri Govinda Raja, Sri Vaishnava Acharya, his explanation. So hold on, I'll show you the next part, Ayodhya Kanda. So you see here, Sasvate Samaha, for unlimited number of years, he maintains his glory in the forest in exile, carrying out the promises to the sages residing there. That is Aranya Kanda. And then Krauncha Mithunat, this is coming to Kishkinda Kanda. What happens in Kishkinda Kanda, where Sugriva loses his wife to Vali, right? So who is the lusty person here? Vali. He was lusty after the wife of Sugriva, he took him. And Avadihi, who killed him? Rama killed him. Ekam, that one person he killed, right? Kama Mohitam. So this is Kishkinda Kanda. And Kauncha Mithanad is also referring to Rama and Sita who were separated now, because they were separated by the Ravana. So they are in extreme distress, experiencing that separation. And so much distress that the pain almost killed Sita Devi. You know, in captivity, Sita Devi thought, because Ravana was threatening her, he said, I'll give you another 2 months or 1 month, something he told. And Sita Devi thought, let me take my hair and tie myself and better I die. Why should I marry this man? And luckily that time Hanuman was seeing that, and Hanuman came to the rescue. So the Kauncha Mithanad also is referring to the Sundara Kanda of Mandodari and Ravana, where one of them were killed. Ravana was killed, right? For lusty. And in the Yuddha Kanda, Rama killed the person Kama Mohitam. The word Kama Mohitam refers to the Yuddha Kanda, where he kills Ravana. And of course, finally in the Uttara Kanda, when Rama and Sita again they get separated. Kama Mohitam, because Sita wanted to see the people in the forest, the wives. And somehow, you know, that episode, this is a very long topic to talk about. We will discuss another time why Lord Ram abandoned his wife. But obviously, he's never wrong. He's the Supreme Lord. There's a very deeper meaning. So we cannot accuse Ram as if we are so good, no? Why Rama like that? You know, you have to understand from Sadhu Guru Shastra, then you can know. You cannot pass comment of the Lord like that. Everything he does is a reason. But that one we'll talk about another time, because we can't cover it today. So you see how special this sloka is. Actually, I made a video on this. I'll be releasing soon, which more visual. So when you see the video, you will see how this verse connects to every kanda of Ramayan. Very special verse, right? So this is how the Ramayan begins. After being blessed by Brahma and Narada, he writes. So now the question is, how does this Ramayana teaches us? What is Ramayana trying to teach us then? So today we saw the sloka, no? Madhya. So just now we are seeing what is surrender. First, you have to understand what is the definition of surrender. There are 6 things that are the symptoms of surrender. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshashyati vishwaso, goptrutve varanam tata. So anukulyasya sankalpa means doing something which is favorable to the desire of the Lord. So Lord Krishna is saying today, no, sarva dharman parityaja, you surrender. Rama also is saying the same thing, you surrender unto me. So when we do something which is favorable to our surrender of the Lord, that is bhakti, that is devotion, that is surrender, saranagati. Pratikulyasya varjanam, doing something which is unfavorable, avoiding things. If something is not favorable to my bhakti, I avoid it. If I have to eat meat, if I have to intoxication, drink, alcohol, cigarettes, even coffee, tea, right? If I have to gamble, if I have to have illicit sex, If I know this is going to stop my spiritual life, I should not do it. You see what Krishna doesn't like and you don't do it, then that is surrender. What we do actually, we do every nonsense, then we'll come to temple and say, my Lord, please fulfill my desire. I'm going to do all this nonsense, you fulfill this nonsense desire. Why would he do that? You are going to hell, then he want to send you to hell for what? Let's say like that day Tati Prabhu say, I said, my Lord, I'm going to open one fish business. I'm going to sell some mutton shop. Please bless me. Will Krishna bless you for that? Should Krishna bless you to kill another jiva? So surrender means to do something which he wants us to do, not what I want to do. Putting aside what I want to do. Like Arjuna, at first he said, I don't want to fight. I cannot fight my relatives, nothing I can do. After that he said, okay, I give up. I surrender unto you. You tell me what is best for me, what I should do. That is called surrender. And then he was victorious. Right? So because we are covered by the false ego, tamogun, avidya, tamogun, because of all these things covering of false ego, ahankar, we don't want to surrender. We are very proud. Then we only suffer, Now the child will say, I don't want to surrender to my parents. Will the parents be happy? Will the parents like, I will do whatever I want? What the child will do, suddenly he'll run outside, he'll fall in that swimming pool and he might drown also. So similarly, we are doing this. So anyway, Rakshasati Vishwasa means to have full belief, to have full faith that Krishna will give all protection. Even in the most difficult situation, I don't care. Krishna will protect. That is called Rakshasati Vishwasa. This is the third symptom. Goptrutve Varanam Tata means to think that the Lord is my guardian. He will take care of me. Again, almost same meaning. Everything he'll take care of me. Atmanipeksha Karpanya. Atmanipeksha means to give my whole life, surrender my life to the Lord. Atmani Vedana, like Bali Maharaj. He surrendered to the Lord. He said, you put the feet on my head. All surrender. And Karpanya means humility. You have to do it with humility. Not that, you go around telling people, see how surrendered I am. You see, I'm such a great devotee. You have no humility, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. So this is the Sadvida Saranagati. So this is the message of surrender. And how does this connect with the Ramayana question? The first point is, Lord Rama himself wants to accept our surrender. He's telling us to surrender. Today you saw Bhagavad Gita, he's telling you surrender. But he wants to accept. When the Devatas were harassed by Ravana, they went to pray, All the Devatas with Brahma, even Lord Shiva was there. Then they were praying, please come and stop this. Right? So they are praying for protection. And the Lord says, I'm very happy to come and protect you all. So the Lord feels so happy to take care of us. Only we don't want to have his protection. We want to be, no, I don't want. Sometimes the child will say, don't disturb me. My father, you'll tell your father or mother, don't disturb me. Why you always? Yeah. So like that. But Rama is waiting for the opportunity when this guy is going to surrender to me. When he's going to surrender to me. He's sitting in the heart. When you become a pig, you're changing bodies, You become a pig, you become a cockroach, you become a killer whale, whatever, You become a penguin. Every lifetime the Lord is following you, thinking when this person going to be surrendered to me. So he's waiting to accept our surrender. And the next point is, we cannot surrender to him automatically. I cannot say today, my Lord, I surrender to you. You need the spiritual master. Which is why Krishna says in the Gita, so you see here, Tadvidi pranipartena pariprashnena seveya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. So when Rama also came, he accepted the Guru. His Guru was Vashishta. His Guru was Vishwamitra. Right? God is showing us, see, I am also accepting Guru. So you must take shelter of the Guru. Then only you can understand. Because we cannot get humility without getting guidance of the Guru. Without getting the mercy of the Guru, nothing will work. Even Adi Sankaracharya, he sang that song, Tatat Kim, Tatat Kim, Tatat. What is the use without the Guru not there? And there is no Guru. So this is the thing. We cannot go to the Lord immediately like that. Even he says, Ye me bhakta jana partha. That was Mad Bhaktanam Chame Bhakta. So he says that you cannot come, you cannot say, you are my Bhakta, you must go to my Bhakta, then I accept you. Similarly, in the Ramayan, how do we see this play out? We see this playing out in the life in Sita Devi. Because Sita Devi also, she is also our eternal spiritual mother. She is the consort of the Lord. She is the mother. Through the mother, we can approach the Lord. But of course, we also cannot go through Radharani directly. We need to have Prabhupada mercy, Siksha Guru's mercy, Prabhupada mercy. Then we can go, 6 Goswamis, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya. But she is the intermediary. So how is she the intermediary? I will show you. See this verse. Madhya. Sorry, it's not Madhya, it's Adi. Adi, okay, see this verse. Pranava se Mahakavya Vedera Nindana Ishvara Swarupa Pranava Sarva Vishwadhama. So, sorry, actually is in the purport. So if you see the word, everybody knows this, right? Om. Omkara. Hold on for a while. You see this verse? So, Om is made up of A, U, Ma, right? Aum, like that, A-U-M. So what is the breakdown? A Karno Chete Krishna. The Adi, that refers to Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Sarvalokegha Nayaka. U Karno Chete Radha. The U refers to Radha, the internal potency. Radha, Sita, right? Lakshmi Devi. Ma Karo Jiva Vachaka. The Ma is the Jiva, the living entity. So you see, the Lord is there, his internal potency is there, Lakshmi Devi, Sita Devi, Radharani, and then there is us, the marginal potency. The 3 energies are there. The supreme energy, Vishnu Shakti, and then the Jiva Shakti, which is us. We are spiritual, but we are covered. Krishna is like the sun, we are like the sunlight. Sunlight can be covered, but sun cannot be covered, right? So we can be easily covered by Maya. But if we take shelter of the internal potency of the Lord, which is Srimati Radharani, which is Sita Devi, then we can come out easily by the mercy of Sita Devi. So in the Ramayan, we can see that Sita Devi, there was a few incidents where there is the son of Indra, his name is Jayanta. He came to attack Sita. He was coming in the form of the crow. So he came as a crow, he attacked Sita Devi. He pecked on her breast also. And she was bleeding. At the time, Rama was lying on her lap. And then, when she don't want to even wake him up, she was tolerating, this is like my child only, my child is hitting me, never mind. And then Rama, he felt the blood fall down, He woke up and he immediately took the grass, he made into Brahmastra, he wanted to kill the crow. And then he went and asked Indra, he asked so many people for help. Nobody can help him. Then everybody rejected him. Then he came down and Sita Devi said, you surrender unto Rama. Okay. Then he fell down, he surrendered. So, how he surrendered himself, you see? Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evashyasi yuktaivam atmanam madparayanaha manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Engage your mind, always thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances unto me. Just by bowing down, he surrendered unto Ram. And how he was able to surrender unto Ram? By the guidance of Sita Devi, whom he also hurt. He hurt her, right? So you see how merciful she is. In fact, I don't know about Valmiki Ramayan, but some poetic expression is that where he fell down to bow down and he's falling down in the wrong direction. And Sita turned him around. Okay, bound this. So how merciful. We need to take shelter of the Radharani, Sita Devi, through the mercy of spiritual master. Another incident, when Sita Devi was in the Ashokavan, for the forest where she was captured by Ravana, she demanded to Ravana, she is preaching to Ravana, even though she was captured, she was telling him, you're gonna die. If you stop being foolish, just surrender unto Rama. Take friendship of Rama. So how come? So the question was, how come she's telling him to take friendship? And this guy is such a sinful guy. He kidnapped the mother of the universe, Jagata Janani, and then she should say, no, you bow down to his feet and take friendship. Sorry, take shelter, take surrender. She not even takes surrender. She says, you surrender and become his friend. So why she says friend? Because she says, Rama is a king, you are also king. So a king cannot fall to another king's feet, You see how Sita is thinking in the terms of Rajanidhi. He was so merciful to Ravana that she said, okay, you bow down and become his friend also. He doesn't even deserve to be friend. Like that, she was giving shelter to Ravana. And another incident, when Hanuman came there after the war was finished, Hanuman, you know what he said? Because the Rakshasis all were staying in the Ashoka one, they were torturing her. They're saying, you better marry Ravana, give up Rama is useless. So there's one Rakshasi there, her name is Trijata, right? She had a dream. In the dream, she saw Ravana lost and Rama is coming victorious. And she told that all of you will stop disturbing her, stop torturing her, because Ravana will lose. And if Ravana lose, she will be the queen. So better you all surrender unto her. But then they were afraid. They didn't surrender. They just kept quiet. They were thinking whether they should surrender or not. But if they thought, what if Rama loses? Then Ravana will kill us. Better don't surrender. Just keep quiet. So Sita Devi also never said anything. After the war was finished, Hanuman came to bring Sita Devi. And Hanuman said to Sita Devi, let me smash all these Rakshasis. They were disturbing you, I will destroy them. Sita Devi said, cannot. They surrender unto me. They are under my protection now. They never surrendered. They never opened the mouth and say, I surrender to you. Nothing. You see the mercy? So not only by surrendering to the Lord, we can get out of this cycle of birth and death. By surrendering to the internal potency of the Lord. That is why the Lord is not called Ram. He's called Sita Ram. He's called Radha Krishna. The energy of the Lord is always in the front. You see? Lakshmi Narayan. So this is another example how by surrendering onto the Sita Devi, then only we can. And how we offer our obeisances. By just bowing down. Jayanta, just bow down. That's it. Ram said, okay. Now you see another one here. Namaskuru, right? They write here, Namaskuru. Namaskuru can also mean like you put your hand together and you Namaskuru. Who did this? In Kishkinda Kanda, when Sugriva, after he got back his kingdom, Vali was killed, he was enjoying with his wife, so many ladies. He forgot about his promise. Then Lakshmana got so angry, he started to shout at him, he said, what you are doing? Then he understood, I did offense, what to do? And Hanuman said, don't worry, just go to Ram with your folded hands and you pray. Rama will accept your surrender. So, Sugriva also surrendered just by Namaskuru. Who else? Vibhishana. And Vibhishana, see, when you were reading the verse earlier, Anukulyasya Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya Varjanam. Vibhishana did bhakti, which is favorable. What was unfavorable? He was associating with all the Rakshasas in Ravana. He was staying in the kingdom of Lanka, right? And he is not favorable at all. Sometimes we see devotees, we say, of course, we are not Vibhishana. We say, how to practice, Prabhu? Without, there is no devotees here, how will I practice? But Vibhishana was practicing devotional service in the middle of Rakshasas. So nothing is impossible if you are determined. So he tried his best to advise Ravana and Ravana was not listening. So eventually he did what? Pratikulyasa Varjanam. He said, okay, better I give up something which is not favorable to my bhakti. Let me give up my association with Ravana and surrender Anukulyasa Sankalpa. Let me surrender to Ram. And he came. And how he came to meet Ram? With his hands like that. And Ram immediately accepted. Ram never say, oh, you are brother of Ravana. What? He never said. Sugriva said, no? Sugriva said, my lord, we should not accept him. Ram says, anybody, sakra deva prapanno yas tavasmiti yate abhayam sarvada tasme dadami etam vratam mama. If you just once you surrender unto, say, I surrender unto you, my lord Ram, I accept whatever it is. Even Ravana surrender also, I'll accept now. So even though Sugriva told Ram like that, Ram said, no, I'll accept his surrender because he's coming like that. So this is the mercy of the Lord. So when Vibhishana came, you must understand, Vibhishana did not only come alone, but he came with a few people who are his associates. And even those people got benefited by that surrender. We see this verse. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Aham Bhakta Paradhino Yashvatantra Eva Dvija Sadhubir Grashta Hidayo Bhaktir Bhakta Jana Priya. The Supreme Personality Godhead said to the Brahmana, I am completely under the control of my devotees. Indeed, I am not at all independent. Because my devotees are completely devoid of material desires, I sit only within the cause of their heart. What to speak of that my devotee, even those who are devotees of my devotee are very dear to me. Even if you're not a direct devotee of the Lord. See, like Vibhishan's associates, they're not a devotee of Ram, but they are devoted to Vibhishan. And because Vibhishan surrendered to Ram, everybody got. See? So this is different levels of surrender. Another point. So you may also question, okay, Bharat also surrendered to Ram, right? How come Ram never fulfilled his desire? Because when Ram left to the forest, Bharat also came with all the citizens of Ayodhya, and he said, my lord, surrender unto you, please come back. I'm not ruling this place, please. So Ram did not fulfill that, no? You know why? Because he has a first priority. First priority is to kill Ravana. He has to fulfill the desire of the Devatas. So how he also fulfilled Bharat's promise? He gave his Padukas. And for 13 years, right? 14 years. The Padukas of Ram were ruling Ayodhya. Ram was still giving his blessings and shelter to to Bharat. So that is another point. And then the devotees in the Dandakaranya forest, they also surrendered unto Ram. When Ram was there, they all surrendered unto Ram. And they said, my lord, protect us. And Ram gave them protection. And then they say the sloka, you know, if just by living in the nearby place of the Lord, you are protected. You understand? If you are living nearby the vicinity of the temple, you know, there's 5 limbs of bhakti. Actually there's many, 64, I think. But there are 5 important limbs. What is the 5 important limbs of bhakti? Number 1, sadhu sangha. We have to associate with the sadhus. We have to associate with devotees. If we don't associate with devotees, we cannot get the motivation to do bhakti. Sadhu sangha. Nama kirtan. We have to do chanting. Sankirtan. Japa, and also chanting in kirtan. Right? Then Bhagavata Shravana. We have to hear Bhagavatam. We have to hear Bhagavad Gita. This is very important. We keep hearing this message of Krishna. Then only we will get the determination to surrender, which is the goal of the whole message. Right? Then Sri Murti Sevaya, to do service for the deities. You know, you can, even though you may not be a Brahmana, you cannot serve inside, you can still do so many other service. Like many devotees, like Gokul Prabhu, they are doing garland service. Tara Mataji. So they are dedicating their time to make garlands for the Lord. It is Sri Murti Sevaya. Cooking for the Lord. Keeping the temple clean. All these are Sri Murti Sevaya. And then the last one is Mathura Vasa. To live, Mathura Vasa means to live in a place like Mathura, Vrindavana. Of course, we are not in Vrindavan, we can't stay there. Not everybody has a chance. But the temple is like an embassy of Vrindavan. So come and associate nearby, live nearby as much as you can, do as much service as possible. So from what we can see, the Dandakaranya forest, the sages, because Rama was there and they are near him, automatically protection is there. And they all surrendered to Rama. So now the next point, let me see. There's a lot of points actually, I can't remember. Uh, yes, the next point is we have to surrender on to, when he says Sarva Dharman Parityaja, Mam Ekam, only me, no other, no other devatas. Krishna is very clear. If you want to follow Krishna, you have to follow what he says. You cannot make up your own meaning. So how did Krishna prove this point? How did Rama prove this point of Mam Ekam? Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan. He says Mam Ekam. So how did Rama prove this point that you only surrender unto me? When Rama wanted to cross the ocean to go Lanka, 3 days he meditated on the Samudra, the demigod, the deity of the ocean. 3 days. He was praying, please give me permission to cross the ocean to Lanka. And for 3 days, the Devata never came. Samudra never came. And immediately Rama took his arrow. He said, I will finish you now. Then he came. So why did Rama have to go and do this? He's Supreme Lord, no? Why he need to pray to the ocean god? Why he's praying is to show that there's no use praying to any Devatas. Because when anytime the Devatas have to bless you, they have to get permission from Krishna only. If you go to the Gita, see, those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship me alone only. O son of Kunti, but they are doing in the wrong way. So when we go to Devata, you give me this, you are doing it in the wrong way. Because Krishna himself is showing here, I'm going to give you full surrender protection. Why you need to go indirectly? Even the Devatas, they don't want us to go to them. They want you to go directly to Krishna. So Rama is showing here, so no point surrendering to the Samudra, you see. He cannot even help me. So we have to surrender onto one who can give us protection, who is capable of giving us protection, number one. Number two, who is compassionate to give us protection. So number one, the Devatas are not capable also. In another story, we see where Indra, Indra was trying to disturb Vishwamitra, and he sends Ramba to disturb because he don't like people getting power. So he sends Ramba to stop the meditation of Vishwamitra. And Ramba says, if I go there, what if he kills? What if he burns me or he curses me? Because Vishwamitra is very powerful rishi. Indra said, I will protect you, don't worry. So Indra and Kamadeva went to protect her. Vishwamitra opened his eyes and made her into a stone. And Indra ran away. So we can see they are not capable of protecting. And also in the story of Gajendra was trapped by the crocodile, and so many Devatas are watching. But Gajendra did not call them. Gajendra was calling the Supreme Lord. So they understand they are not the Supreme Lord, no? So they are also very clear. Okay, he's not calling the Supreme Lord, I will not come. But same time, they did not come because they were lacking the compassion. If you're compassionate, you will still help, right? Whatever it is. So they don't have that compassion, complete compassion. Many times if you do wrongly, you offend them, that's it, they'll also curse you. So we should just take shelter of, from Ramayan, Mahabharata, we can say just take shelter of Krishna, take shelter of Narayana. That is the best. And don't worry, none of them will be unhappy. Everybody is happy that you're surrendering, you're doing the best thing ever. Because they themselves are the most confidential servant of the Lord. There's a Acharya, Pillai Lokacharya, he said, he wrote a very nice thing. He said, if you see, we think that everybody, Krishna is protected. We know, yeah, Krishna is protected, but no, my father also protect me, Then Pillai Lokacharya was saying, if your father is protector, then what happened to Prahlad Maharaj? Didn't Hiranyakashipu try to kill his son? If my mother is the protector, then what happened to Bharat? Right? Kaikeyi, he was so upset with Kaikeyi, he did not even become king for the last 14 years. He was sleeping outside in the hut. He was so angry what his mother was trying to do, to take away Ram from him. So mother also cannot protect. If my brother is protector, then what about Vali? What did Vali do to Sugriva? He took away, right? What did Ravana do to Vibhishan? If my husband is the protector, what happened to Draupadi? Was she protected? Were the Pandavas able to help her in that time? Such great warriors. Krishna had to come and supply the sari, right? So when you analyze all these relationships, mother, father, son, end of the day, it's Krishna who gives the power to protect. So the goal of Ramayana is to teach us that you completely surrender unto the Supreme Lord, Rama. You completely surrender unto Krishna. And he will be the ultimate protector. You know? And that is what happened to Gajendra, where he surrendered. So Natasya Urubayena Grita Arto, Drisva Garutmati Upatsa Chakram, Utsipya Sambujakaram Giram Ha Krishna Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste, Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Finally he surrendered, oh Narayana, you are the Akila Guru, you are the Guru of the universe, please save me. Narayana came. So whatever it is, this is the essence of the Ramayan. It is to give us inspiration to surrender unto the lotus feet of Ram. It's not just a story, oh Ramayan, nice story, you know, nice fairy tale. It's not a mythology, it's a real incident. Lord himself came, he displayed so many of his pastimes to show us how we can take shelter of his lotus feet. That is the mercy of Ram. And why Krishna is like, you see in Mahabharata also, there's a story when Dronacharya was killed by Drishtadyumna. Dronacharya, the teacher of Pandavas. Drishtadyumna was the son of Draupada, and Drishtadyumna had the power, had the blessings to kill Dronacharya. But unfortunately, how Dronacharya was killed was he was without weapons. No, when he heard that his son died, you know. So you must understand, Dronacharya was not killed by, people will accuse why Krishna do cheating. He's not cheating. Before that happened, Dronacharya actually used his weapon and he killed about 26,000 normal people. See, if you are such a great warrior, you have the Brahmastra. You only can use on a warrior who has Brahmastra. You cannot use on normal soldiers. So he killed 24,000 like that, one shot. He was very angry, because Duryodhana was continuously insulting him. What kind of guy, you are so useless, you cannot kill the Pandavas so many days. So he got so angry, he started killing. And Dronacharya is supposed to be Brahmana. He's not supposed to kill like that, So immediately what happened in the sky, all the rishis came, Narada Rishi, Kardava Muni, so many rishis, Vishwamitra, all of them say, Dronacharya, you are doing wrong. You better drop your weapons. You have committed the greatest sin. Drop your weapons and stop fighting. So then because he understood if he continue fighting, he's going to commit more sins and go to hell also, So he said, okay, I'll drop my weapons. So he dropped his weapon, he just sat down and he was ready to go. And then of course Krishna told Yudhishthira to tell a lie, which he told, and Drishtadyumna cuts his head. And after Drishtadyumna cuts his head, Ashwatthama, the son of Dronacharya, got so angry. He got so angry, he started releasing very powerful Astra called Narayana Astra. So he has the Narayana Astra, which is also Narayana Astra is the weapon of Vishnu. So Narayana Astra was going to come and kill the Pandavas. Then Arjuna said, what I should do now? I don't have any Astra to counteract this, what to do? Then you know what Krishna says? Krishna says, how you will counteract Narayana? I'm the supreme, how you will counteract me? You bow down, you surrender. Just now we saw, Manmana Bhava Mat Makta Mad Yajimam Namaskuru. You bow down. So all the Pandavas, everybody started to bow down. Then Narayana Astra never do anything. So you see the Astra, Narayana has Astra. He has lotus, he also have chakra. His chakra is for the bad guys. If you don't want to surrender, then what will happen? You are in the bad guy category, So Astra is coming, and Astra was not hurting people who surrendered unto the Lord. So what does it mean? No matter how difficult life gets or whatever karma, whatever, if you surrender unto the Lord, everything will be, you feel the difficulty also you will feel happy also. That you can think of the Lord more and more. Like Kunti Devi say, let me get more suffering to think of you more. Right? So Astra was coming, everybody bowed down. Then you know what happened? Bhima was not bowing down. Bhima said, why I should bow down? I will fight back the Astra. Bhima was very proud. And then Krishna told Arjuna, what he's doing, he's going to get killed now. Better do something. Then everybody said, get down, get down. He said, no, 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 I can stand, I'm very powerful. Krishna ran there and throw him down. And just nice, the Astra went past Bhima without killing him. So in bhakti, we have to be humble. If we are going to be very proud, arrogant, and we do bhakti in that kind of consciousness, Narayana's own Astra will come and hit you also. Right? So we can see how the solution is to surrender. Surrender to the lotus. And how to surrender in this Kali Yuga? The best method of doing the surrender is by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So daily you have to take shelter. Chant your rounds. Try to come to 16 rounds. You only have one life left, human life. After millions of life you're getting. So don't waste the time in the human life. So like yesterday also in Perumal temple, I was having this thought that came to my mind. Let's rewind the time to 200 years ago, 300 years ago. We won't have these cities all, no? Nothing is there. Anybody here is coming from like a village life in India? Yeah. So you all know what is village life, right? So I was born here, so I don't know. So the thing is, 200-300 years ago, there's no such thing as city. There's no such thing as Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, nothing. Everybody lives a simple life. You have crops. You have enough food to eat, right? You have a peaceful life, right? You spend time with family. Then industrialization started, right? British started doing this industrialization. So maybe the first guy started the first company, the first industry. Comes to a village, he starts creating a factory. And then he starts convincing people, you have to work in this factory, why you're doing this farming, come and work here, come, give you more salary. So they start these industries, different industries. And then to supply that industries, they create schools and they give you education, which will be only suitable to work for such industries. You think about it, the education we are getting in school is nothing but a skill to work for some capitalists. Who's running these industries? Like let's say Amazon, who's running it? Jeff Bezos, right? But how much money he would have spent on his, like they invest on some schools so that people will study in that education to work for them. You get the system? But this system was never there 200 years ago, right? So how everyone is just brainwashed. When we introduce ourselves, I am this person, I am an IT engineer. I am this, I am that. We are always giving our designation of working for that capitalist. Of course, it's very hard to come out of the system now. 200 years already we are into this. In fact, many of us are born into this. So we are growing up in a very stressful environment thinking that if I do not pass my exam, if I do not have this certificate, I am useless. But actually your use is only there if the industry is there. If the industry is not there, their certificate no use. Right? So like that we forget the meaning and purpose of life, which is to understand that I am not this body. Athato Brahma Jignasa. We forget that we are part and parcel of Krishna. We forget that we are spirit soul. We forget that we are servant of Ram. We forget we to surrender. We surrender onto the school. We surrender onto the boss. And we go our whole life like that. And then we have children. Yeah, we have. And then imagine, you get married. You work for 10 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. Your wife work for another 12 hours. And then night time you see each other for 2-3 hours. Hello, how are you? Hi. And then you have kids. The kids grow up with the helper. And the cycle goes on, Then you tell that the guy also goes into the same system. Like those days, people had to get so much time to spend with the family, Those days, one family, like in the village, they will have maybe the TV will be in one house. All the village come together to watch. After a while, as technology went on, all the TV went into one room, one house. Everybody in the same house watching. After that, he went to each room. After that, he came into phone, Now everybody sitting and watching this only. Nobody talks to anyone in the home. And everybody in their own world. You see how from community, it became me, I alone. You see the consciousness, how it's going on. This material civilization is making us more and more ahankar. I am the doer. I am Ravana. We are all mini Ravanas, Ravana had died and he has gone back to Vaikuntha. We are still here. We're talking bad about him, but we are like him only. Because we are not surrendering. Because we are trapped in this system. So we need to come out of that. Only way to come out of that is by chanting. Chant the holy name of Krishna. Reading. Just like you have to put the knowledge into your head every day. Because you always forget. You see, now let's say there's a mirror here. The mirror becomes dusty. Another 1 week later, if you don't clean. So if you're chanting today, your heart is clean. But tomorrow you don't chant, the dust comes, right? So dust keeps coming, You have to do a daily effort of this chanting. And not only that, you have to keep reading Prabhupada's books, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. You keep reading. Then you know what to do. Even though you're trapped in that system, yes, but you're aware, you are in the world, but not of the world. They say Patra Padma Ivam Basha, like the lotus leaf. Lotus leaf, when you put water, the water is not absorbing onto the leaf, So you're in this system, too bad. But we try our best to come out of it. And we pray to Krishna, we surrender and let him show us what is the real path of life for us. What is the real goal of life. So please take this opportunity to meditate upon all these points. Take this opportunity to chant and read, surrender further. And Ram Navami is coming on Wednesday. Please come and pray to the Lord. Please let me surrender onto your lotus feet and continue your, improving in your spiritual life. So we will stop the class here. If there's any questions. Okay, you have a question.
In the charts you were just now showing, the one that talks about gods.
Okay.
9.23. We compared to the previous verse we were showing in Bhagavad 9:4. In which Krishna is saying, God to speak of my devotee, even those who are devotees of my devotee.
9:463. Yeah.
So isn't it a bit contradictory? Because we say that Krishna saying
because even the demigods are not pure devotees of the Lord. They are not doing full surrender to the Lord. They are administrators of the universe. So they also have material desires to be a controller. That's why. So you can surrender to a pure devotee who is exclusively surrendered to. Like you see how Sita Devi, you surrender to Sita Devi, she gives you Rama easily. But you cannot get through the Devata because they themselves are not fully surrendered. And mostly people are going to Devatas for material benefits. I want this, I will do this, I am worshipping this person for this purpose. So it's a business transaction, it's not bhakti. So there's a difference. Yeah, but if you can still pray to the Devata, let's say you pray to Lord Shiva, you pray to Durga, right? You can say, please engage me in the service of the Lord. Let's say if you go to the Shiva temple, if you take darshan, my Lord, please give me, then they will be happy. Yeah. So like that we can offer our respects. That you give me, like the gopis, they pray to Katyayani Devi, please let us have Krishna as our husband. Yes. But of course, in our sampradaya, we don't do that. We just go like Prabhupada, we go directly to the Lord because the Lord, Krishna means everything. Everybody is within. Like in universal form, he showed everything within, right? Yeah. So if there's nothing left, so we'll stop here. So there's a question, why is it so that Maya, like we feel happiness from exploiting? Yeah, there is happiness. There's still some joy getting sense happiness, sense pleasure, but it doesn't last. You cannot, just like you cannot eat Maggi noodles every day. You get happiness eating it. It fills your stomach, but you're going to have problems in the end. So happiness does not come in the mode of passion and ignorance. It just comes only in the goodness and pure goodness. So we have to come out of that. No matter how much we try to exploit Maya, we'll never be happy in the end. We'll only suffer. This is a question in the Facebook. So we have to come to the level of Sattva Gun and Suddha Sattva. Then only we will feel real happiness. It's an illusion of happiness we are getting actually. Just like now you say, okay, I'm having problems, I'll go and watch movie. Yeah, you have happiness 2 hours watching the movie. Then after that, the problem again comes back. Right? You never solve. So when the best happiness is when you chant the holy name of Krishna. So now we're going to have the last arati. Stop here.